All right. Good morning, everybody. Karen Brook back with you. I hope you had a great week and really enjoyed the bonus calls that we put on for you last week while my family and I were having a little short 5-day break on Pumpkin Island. And you know what's so cool about it? When I was there, I was thinking, when you've created a lifestyle of working how you want to work and earning what you want, you have these trips, but it doesn't feel like a massive change in terms of your attitude because you're living with that freedom every single day. And I want that for you as well. If it doesn't feel like that at the moment, then we're going to get it feeling like that for you. So today I wanted to come on and do a pop-up lesson with you today here in the Facebook group. So grab your participants guide, say hi if you're watching live on the chat. Let me know in the Facebook group, say hi, or hashtag replay if you're coming back and going to watch the replay on this one. But look, this is such an easy lesson to not do. But when you do it and you apply the outcome of this lesson, it's such a game changer. Hand on heart, 6 to 12 days of applying the outcomes of the lesson 9 worksheet on attitude, and you're going to see things be shifting for you very, very fast. So I wanted to go through this lesson with you right from the beginning and take you through lesson 9 on attitude. It's been one of my most favorite lessons right from the very first time I started to study thinking into results in 2015. And it's a lesson that I'll always come back to, lesson 7 on the terror barrier and lesson 9 on attitude, and you can take on the world, truly. So if you feel like, you might have been in the terror barrier, go do that lesson. Really have a look at the fears, doubts, and worries, what might be affecting you right now. Likely it's in your circumstances, it's in your mindset, it's in old thoughts, it's in conditioned behavior. And then, look at that and then come do lesson 9 and build a bulletproof attitude. These were 2 lessons in it was the end of 2019. We were selling our house in Brisbane. We were actually going to go rent another beautiful home in Brisbane. And I was really scared. I was like, can I afford to do this? How am I going to do it? How's it all going to work out? And I went and did lesson 7 on the terror barrier, my fears, doubts, and worries, and got it all out on the table. And then I built a bulletproof attitude. I went and did lesson 9 and I built an absolute rock solid, close the escape hatches type attitude. And it's just so powerful when you do it. So I want to go through this with you. This might end up being a 30 or 45 minute teaching lesson here, but let's dig into some of this and really look at what attitude is. Attitude is a vibration. It's an energy that you're expressing, sending out into the universe, and it's dictating what comes back to you. And the thing to remember about attitude is it's a composite of your thoughts, feelings, and actions expressed. So it's how you're thinking about a situation, it's how you're feeling about it, and it's what you're doing that's going to create the results that you're currently getting. And we can be a very positive person. I'm a very positive person, but it doesn't mean that I'm always operating with a positive mental mindset. Sometimes I let a little of the left polar negative thinking get in, or I don't feel as good, or my behavior isn't as good as it could be, but I always know I can get back in control of it. I know that is not where the power is. The power is not in my circumstances. It's not outside of me. It is within me, and it's my responsibility, and it's my job to get back in control of it. And just like I get you to do, I turn to these lessons and I do them as well. And I take control, and I don't let my circumstances or the paradigm dictate how my life is going to be or what I can or can't do. I decide. And so can you, by really developing a positive mental attitude. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. So if you have a look here, if you have a look at your participants guide, if you turn to page 137, the top of 137, it says, there is a creative power that is flowing into your consciousness. It has no form. It just is. Pure positive source energy. It's yours and yours alone to make anything that you want with it. What do you want to make with it? Really think and begin to control that flow of energy. It is neither positive nor negative, right? You are going to assign a vibration to it. You're going to decide the quality of that energy and what you make with it. You are so powerful in your ability to do this. as you begin to exercise your higher faculties, now what are your higher faculties? You have your imagination, you have memory, you have will, you have intuition, you have perception, and you have reason, your ability to think. And give form to this power. So as you begin to exercise, but you have to exercise them. You live by default through your sensory faculties, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. That's your default programming, because that was what was programmed into you as soon as you could go to kindy, go to school, go to childcare, sensory play. That's what's been programmed into you from birth, is to use your sensory faculties. So you're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to get some grit. You're going to have to dig in and exercise your higher faculties and give form to this power, right? You're going to give form to this power. You're going to say what you make with it. The first stage of attitude begins when you begin to exercise your higher faculties, your ability to think. Now you're going to start to give form to this energy. You're going to start to decide what you make with this energy. You are going to build either a positive or a negative image. Now, if you're responding to circumstance, if you're letting the physical control what you think, you're going to create more of that. So think about this. You are going to build either a positive or negative image. Now, if you're looking at your environment and it's a positive environment and great circumstances, and you're letting that support your thinking, well, that's good. You're going to continue to create more of the same. But if you're letting negative results or physical results that are less than what you want dictate what you think and the image that you'll build, then that's where that form is flowing. That's what you're going to create more of. That image is expressed on a conscious level through vibration, through words, gestures, and writing. How you're thinking in the quiet moments, how you're feeling about yourself. We'll get into feeling in a minute. But this image is expressed on a conscious level through vibration. You're going to start to think of what you want. Or if you're not exercising your ability, you're going to default to thinking about results that you don't want, or results that are less of what you want to accomplish. It seems so illogical to do this work, and so illogical that it would work, because the paradigm gets you so seduced in and you're so used to that feeling, to think from circumstances that that's where you stay. But really, bulletproof attitude, go to the next level, right? Through words. So start to think, what are the words that would describe the results that you want to create? Start to think about those words. Start to think about those phrases. What are the words that describe the results that you want, right? Powerful, successful, grateful, happy, living in the spirit, having fun. Start to think about these words that describe the results that you really want to create. Gestures and writing, and get into the spirit of this, right? You may or may not be external. You may or may not internalize that image, right? So it's your choice what image you want to internalize. You can continue to internalize an image of seeing what you don't want, or an image of what's on the news, or an image of a past result. We've got such a good video coming out for you. Hopefully it'll be ready in the next 24 hours or so, about how often you dictate what you think you can do in the future by what you've done in the past. You're letting an image of past results or current results influence what you think you can do in the future. You've got to block that out. You've got to get tough with yourself. You've got to get grit. You got to block that out and hold the image of what you want. All right, let's keep going here. Then we come to the subconscious mind, right? So you think about thoughts, feelings, subconscious mind, your emotional mind. You're going to take that image, those thoughts of what you want, and begin to internalize them with repetition. You're going to write out that image. You're going to visualize that image. You're going to think those thoughts. You're going to put those words around. You're going to saturate with repetition. You're going to exercise your conscious mind, and you're going to impress that image in the subconscious mind, the heart. The subconscious mind is in every cell of your body. You're going to start to express the vibration, express a vibration that is on that level of what you want. Yeah, this is so good. I mean, I've been studying this lesson for, I want to say, nearly a decade now. And it gets better and better and better. It really does. Yeah. So this is a really important point. You go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth paragraph on page 137. That is not what the early Greeks meant. It is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is deductive. In other words, it has no ability to reject anything that is impressed upon it. When you keep looking at a circumstance or a result that you don't want and you don't want it and you're frustrated by it, but you're looking at it, the subconscious mind doesn't know that you don't really want that to continue. It's just responding to what you're giving your energy to. It's just responding. If you're giving energy to your problems or your challenges or your current results, it's just going to respond to that. So you've got to rise above it, and you can rise. I believe in you. I know that you can do this, right? So you got to rise, and you've got to really, really block it out and think about what you want, feel what you want. It's completely illogical to do this. People around you are in harmony with your current paradigm. Your loved ones are in harmony with your current paradigm. Your friends are in, but you have to rise above that. You build the new paradigm of the results that you want. In other words, it has no ability to reject anything that is impressed upon it. So your subconscious mind doesn't know that you don't really want it. It's just responding to it. It can't reject it. Any idea you get emotionally involved with, it's going to respond to that. It cannot differentiate between good and bad. It has no sense of humor. It doesn't know that you're just joking, right? It's just responding to what you're handing over to it, what you're feeding. It is totally and completely subjective. Whatever is impressed upon it is accepted and simultaneously expressed in the body, right? You are creating your own results. We all have to take responsibility for this, myself included, right? So whatever is impressed upon it is accepted. If you're impressing a negative idea, a past result idea, an idea of your problems, an idea of your challenges, your subconscious mind is responding to that. It is accepting that. And it is accepting it and expressing it in the body. You're expressing it in your vibration. And attracting to you the results that are in harmony with that vibration. You've got to get in the spirit of your goal, in the spirit of the results that you want, in what you really want, right? And then also, as you express this vibration, you're going to express it in not only energy, but in behavior. And we want that to line up. We want it to be a match. We are right at the start of this month right now, and you want to get onto this and lock it in, and you want to change and create that next level shift now. Now. Not in the new year, not in another 30. Don't let another day go past without getting on top of the attitude and creating the attitude that you really want. All right, look, there's so much more we can dig into here, but I just wanted to create a really powerful, short, sharp lesson for you on attitude. So let's have a look now let's go and have a look at the worksheet, and let's go through this worksheet together. So if you have a look at the magic word individual worksheet to start off with, pick a situation that is not going well, a situation you would like to improve, and describe it in the space provided in as much detail as possible. Feel free to pause the recording at this point and actually do this work as I take you through it. Pick a situation that is not going well, a situation that you would like to improve even. It could be anything. And describe it in the space provided in as much detail as possible. This is going to give you a bit of a written description right now about where the paradigm is at, where your attitude is at with respect to this situation. What's been going on? Observe the results. Really take a look at it. Okay, so once you've made a written description of that, now take a moment and review the graphic illustration showing what attitude is. You will see it is the composite of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. So you have a look here, right? Let me just fold it up. This little picture here. Oh, sorry, I've got a Band-Aid on. Broke my fingernail. I've got to go get it fixed. So have a look at it. Thoughts, feelings, and actions. And it's coming together to create the situation. You don't just create your results on the physical level, nor do you just create them on the spiritual level. It's interconnected from highest to lowest. The highest, most powerful level you create your results on is the spiritual. So spirit, energy, conscious mind, subconscious mind, actions that come together to produce that result. So it's not just one part of it. We can't be all physical, and we also can't be all spiritual. We have to connect the dots in between if you want to start to create the results that you really want. What are the thoughts you are having? How long have you been having these thoughts about this particular result, right? It's very targeted. We're looking at this particular result or situation you want to change or improve. So now you look at what are the thoughts you've been having? How long have you been having these thoughts? So press pause on the recording and answer that question. What are the feelings you've been having about this situation? How have you been feeling? What are the actions you've been taking about this situation? What are your behaviors been like? What have you been avoiding doing? What have you been doing that perhaps hasn't been productive? Or what have you not been doing that you know you should have been doing? Write it out. Get a clear picture of it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an exceptional attitude, where would you rate your attitude towards this situation today? You know, sometimes you even have to do this if you've been struggling with the study and really applying your study here and doing the work. Sometimes you have to actually do this lesson 9 attitude just on that and create the change at that level, because you know that's going to set you up for success, and on and on and on it'll go. 4, is the situation controlling your thoughts, feelings, and actions? And answer honestly with that. So every time I do this worksheet, every time I circle back to this around a result, I'm always answering yes to that, because I know that the situation has been controlling my thoughts, feelings, and actions, rather than me being in control, rather than letting the image of my C-type goal control my thoughts, feelings, and actions, rather than the self-image of the person that I want to become controlling my thoughts, feelings, and actions. But that's where you've got to go with this, right? I love this lesson. Can't you tell? Question number 5. What would you do if a good friend or associate had a situation controlling them? What would you tell them to do? And so you want to look there. Oh my God, this is so funny. I've written here, I'm looking at my old writing here. I've got question 1, chill the beep out and focus on what you want. You make your world. That's the note that I've written to myself. So maybe I'll just pass that on. Chill the beep out and focus on what you want. You make your world. And it's so true, right? We do make our own world, but we either make it in harmony with current or past results or results we don't want, or you have the freedom to choose and take the responsibility of doing this work, of studying, of connecting here and making it what you want. And I know it gets difficult sometimes. And I know that there are moments when you want to quit and you want to give up and it feels all too hard and logic. I've been there. But when you dig in and when you have grit and when you have courage and determination and perseverance in those moments, you become unstoppable. And I can say that hand on my heart to you, dead in the eye, because I've been there and I've done it. And you can rise too, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, no matter how good it is at the moment for you, or how hard it might feel for you right now, you can rise. And that's what we're here to help you do. Question number 6, how is the outside world a reflection of your internal thoughts? What is being reflected in your outside world? What is this telling you about your internal thoughts and feelings? I mean, look at this question. This is so powerful. How is the outside world a reflection of your internal thoughts? What is being reflected in your outside world? What is your outside world showing you? What is this in telling you about your internal thoughts and feelings? This is so powerful. And I encourage you to look at this question with an open heart and an open mind and answer it honestly. Like, even if it feels scary or confronting to answer that question, do it. I remember when Bob Proctor said to me, how far you go in life, Karen, and what you achieve will be dependent on your ability to know yourself and handle it, to look at yourself through these questions, to look at yourself in the mirror, to answer these questions honestly, because you'll grow so much from it and you'll get so much out of it. Question number 7, what are you taking from your external world that you want to stop taking in? Where could you say that's interesting and move on? How can you control your thoughts? What thoughts would be to your benefit to reject? Oh, this is so good. Please sit down and do this work right now today. Don't let another moment go past without doing this and redoing this worksheet and pulling it out and doing it again today for whatever it is right now. Let's really create this pivot for you, this next level, this shift right now today. Question number 8, we can control our thinking about our outside world and not let the outside world control us. If that's not a belief for you right now, you want to make it a belief. You can control your thinking about the outside world and not let the outside world control you. So part 1, how could you think differently about this situation? What thoughts could you impress upon your subconscious mind that would help you shift this situation to a better state? Like, oh, liberate yourself here. Really liberate yourself. Think differently about the situation. Use your reasoning faculty to think about how you could think differently. Use your imagination. How do you want to think about this situation? What new thoughts could you impress upon your subconscious mind that would help you shift this situation to a better state? Question number, okay. Just give me 1 second here. I feel like, yep, no, that's okay. So this is where we're writing the new. I think the numbers are just a little bit mixed up here. How is the outside world a reflection of you? Give me 1 second. I feel like we've got some double ups going on here. We do. My apologies. I knew that. Question 6 and 7 have been duplicated here. So we just need to go on from question 8, part 1, part 2. When you think about what you desire to experience in this situation, how do you feel? So now you're thinking from the results you want to create in this situation, thinking about how you're thinking differently about this situation, how you're choosing new thoughts about this situation. Now, part 2, you're starting to think, how would you desire to feel in this situation, and reflecting on your feelings. We're now looking at the emotional side of this, the feeling state. Then if you go down to part 3, if you turn over to page 144, if you've got the new guide, what actions could you take to shift this situation to a more positive experience? What actions could you take to shift it to a more positive experience? Part 5, how would you describe your new attitude about this situation? And now you're describing your new attitude. You've reprogrammed the old. You've got a new dialogue to think, feel, and act around this situation. A new positive mental attitude to express. You've got to practice this. That's why we're going to do it every day. How does your new attitude shift your vibration? I bet you feel better just being here, listening to me teach you this. Just tuning in, accessing this, doing the exercise will have raised your vibration. We want to hold it there with repetition, but you're at the start point now to creating this vibrational shift with attitude. What do you notice? Question number 9, imagine this situation differently now. Now, really, we're going to use your imagination. You're going to sit quietly. You're going to really imagine this new situation. Imagine this situation as you desire it to be. Take a moment to envision this situation differently. Impress this vision on your subconscious mind. Oh, just soak it in, like really close your eyes and imagine it, and let this new attitude impress upon you, this new vision for this new outcome impress upon you. How important is attitude to your success, do you believe? I know that this lesson is so powerful, that this part, question 8 onwards, when you apply it, even when things are good and when things feel not so good, you apply this and it's just like that jet booster that you need to help you really elevate to the next level and take control and turn your situation around, or improve the situation from where it is right now. And then it goes in to complete the following exercises. So you can then look at this: personal relationships, business, your finances, your health, your social life, and look at thoughts, feelings, and actions around each one of those areas. And then question 12, a sense of urgency is getting a lot done in a short period of time in a calm, confident manner. This is also where law of cause and effect kicks in. So you think about the causes of your results, and you think about energy, and you think about attitude. And when you take control, you're going to improve the quality of that energy. You are going to improve and get better results in a shorter amount of time. Top producers have a sense of urgency. You're not here by accident. You were never here by accident. You attracted this. We attracted each other. And you are a top producer. I believe that. I know that. I have done it myself, and I have seen people from all walks of life succeed here beyond their wildest dreams. And so are you right now. Even if there is not much physical evidence that this is working out for you, it is. Keep the faith, curate the attitude that's a match right now, like right now. Take something that you want to improve right now and apply this lesson. They get a lot done in a short period of time in a calm, confident manner. I mean, this is just so beautiful. And you want to just be the eagle soaring in the sky, particularly now when everyone else is feeling overwhelmed and stressed, and you want to be the eagle. Don't flock with everybody else. Be the eagle and soar and get a lot done in a calm, confident manner. How does your attitude support this type of behavior? Really think about your attitude, study your attitude. Some people play not to lose, others play to win. Oof, gee, that's so good, isn't it? Question 13. Have you been playing to lose, or are you going to play to win? I want you to think about that. At times, winning calls for a person to take risks. Winning calls for courage, courage to keep the faith, courage to play the line, play the hard line with a positive mental attitude when you don't feel like doing it, when logic is telling you that this is too hard, or how's it going to work out for you, you don't have time. We all have a lot going on, as successful people do. You know, you and I, we have a lot going on in our life right now. Family, friends, business, staff, you name it. But we rise above it, and we rise above it together. You and I, we do it together because that's the sort of people that we are. What is your attitude towards risk taking? What is your attitude towards being courageous? What is your attitude towards keeping the faith? What is your attitude towards study? What is the attitude towards yourself? Really take a look at it. Study attitude, and you'll get so much out of this. All right, I'm going to leave it there today. I hope you've really enjoyed this pop-up lesson today, and please dig in, comment done once you've worked through this again, once you've done the worksheet again, comment done. You know, stay accountable to this. We're here together. You're in this together. I'm here with you. I'm going to do it again myself this afternoon. I don't do anything that I don't ask you to do. And let's really dig in and lock in that bulletproof attitude and rise above and soar like the eagles in the sky. Don't flock with everybody else who's getting caught up in circumstances and their worries and troubles and problems. Stay in the attitude of your goal, in the attitude of the results that you really want to create. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you again soon.